Today we'll be studying a very important topic, and that is spermatogenesis. This process of spermatogenesis is the part of gametogenesis, and it occurs in males. Okay. If you have some idea about oogenesis, so you should know that oogenesis starts when a female is still an embryo. Okay. But here it is not going to start that early. It will be occurring when a male will hit puberty. Okay, so at the time of puberty, this whole process will be starting. Okay, but first of all, what is the root cause of this process to begin? What is exactly the signal which is given to the body that now this whole procedure has to begin? That signal is given by a hormone which is called as the androgen. This androgen is a very important hormone which is going to start this whole procedure. Okay, so let's see that how this process actually takes place. First of all, you should know that where it actually occurs. Okay, that what is the location of this process. First of all, I'm going to take one testis. Okay, so here I've taken only one, and here you will find around 250 compartments to be present. And these compartments are also known as the locules. Okay, so you can also call them as locules. Now, inside the locules, you will find approximately 1 to 3 seminiferous tubules. Okay, so if this is the locule, here you will find approximately 1 to 3 seminiferous tubules. Now, in the testes, there are also some space which are barren. Okay, and here you will find, like in between, you will find the interstitial cells to be present. These cells are very important. Okay, they also contain the Leydig cells. These Leydig cells are very important, okay, because they are going to produce the androgens, and I have already mentioned in the starting of this video that how this androgen influences this whole procedure and how it starts. Okay, so all of these hormones are mainly acting on the Leydig cells so that they can start the process of the spermatogenesis. Okay, so as I have already told you the location where it occurs in the seminiferous tubules. Okay, so this is a very basic rough diagram of the seminiferous tubule. Won't look like that. Okay, so here you will find that there are two types of cells which are present. Okay, the first is your spermatogonia, and the singular is spermatogonium. And then you will find the Sertoli cells to be present. These Sertoli cells are very important because they will be providing the nutrition later on. Okay, so later on they will be used in the process. So first of all, everything is going to start with the spermatogonia, and let's see that how it starts exactly. Okay. Okay, let's say this is spermatogonium. I'm taking one singular entity of spermatogonium. Okay, this spermatogonium will first create its army. Okay, it will first create its army. That means it is going to increase its number. Okay, so here it will first of all increase its number. Okay, so how it can actually increase its number? You have two processes. You can either do meiosis or you can do mitosis. Can you just think properly? Can you do meiosis at this stage? Meiosis will just result in some haploid cells, maybe 4 haploid cells. Okay, but that's how you cannot increase the number in that manner. So you will be doing the mitosis process. So here the mitosis will be going on. It will be increasing its number. So a lot of spermatogonia are going to be formed. Okay, a lot of them are going to be formed. Now what will happen is that some of these spermatogonia will be called as the primary. Okay, so they will be known as primary, and primary will perform meiosis 1. Okay, so first meiosis process will occur. Okay, that means there will be 2 stages of the meiosis that you will see over here. Okay, so the primary one is going to do the meiosis 1, and it will be forming 2 haploid cells. Okay, then if you have primary, you may also have secondary. So yes, the secondary one are also present. So the secondary one are going to do the next interval of the meiosis, and here it will be forming 4 haploid cells. Okay, how many cells are going to be formed? 4 haploid cells are going to be formed. Okay, so let's revise it one more time. You have spermatogonium. It has to create an army. Okay, so it will be doing mitosis, and then you will be getting spermatogonia. Spermatogonia, it will be, with 2 intervals. Okay, it will be doing the meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. Okay, and here you can see 2 haploid cells are formed, and then finally 4 haploid cells are going to be formed. Okay, so let's see what happens afterwards. With the process of spermiogenesis, you will call them as spermatids. Okay, so these 4 haploid cells which you have formed already, they are known as the spermatids. Okay, so now what will happen to these spermatids? Spermatids will finally change into spermatozoa. Okay, but first of all, here what can you expect? Okay, now tell me, what can you do to change into spermatozoa? Spermatozoa is the final form of the, like the resultant sperm that you will be getting. Okay, so that will be the end of this process. Okay, so what will happen is that these spermatids, they will be undergoing some changes. Oh, that's so loud. It will be undergoing some